So hello class, let's start the some revision part of the same chapter electrochemistry, and we'll try to conclude all basics and important concept of the same chapter in this a single lecture. Okay, fine. One by one, let's start from the beginning. Electrochemistry, which is actually stand for the two different words combination of electricity and chemistry, means chemical process. Actually, we are going to blend the electric energy and chemical energy together. We try to convert chemical energy into electrical energy and electrical energy into chemical energy. That is it about this chapter. We have to do only this thing: how to convert the chemical energy into electrical energy, or how to be electrical energy passed through the solution. How to be electrical energy passed through the solution that will be allowed of different chemical reaction in the solution. Different chemical reaction in the solution. So the first chapter, that is about the electrochemical cell. The first topic is about electrochemical cell, which actually stand here. The different types of cell having some chemical reaction due to which some electrical energy can be withdrawn from the cell, like a galvanic cell, Daniell cell, voltaic cell. For example, if we are taking a Daniell cell, we are knowing there will be a zinc, and copper. The electrodes will be made up of zinc electrodes and copper electrode. You can see that the whole thing will be a 298 Kelvin temperature. The whole reaction will be at 298 Kelvin temperature. This is called a Daniell cell. This representation is called cell representation, in which the left side indicating the anode formation and right side indicating the cathode formation. And you can see at anode there is zinc electrode, and at cathode there is a copper electrode. All these things are aqueous. One important thing, whenever we are going to represent the electrode potentials or electrodes in a different numericals or concepts or motions, we have to be represent always in the terms of reduction potential. Actually, reduction potential is taken as a standard condition. Because we are having two different electrodes. So on comparing, we can only compare anode potential with anode potential or cathode potential with cathode potential. The numerical concept will be differ by comparing cathode with anode potential, because there is sign convention difference. There is a difference of sign convention. So to overcome this problem, we are actually taking one of the potential as a standard, which is actually here the reduction potential. Reduction means always electron must be gained, electron must be accepted by the ion. You can see the +2 to 0, electron accepted, copper +2 0, electron accepted. So whenever we are going for representation, whenever we are going for a calculation, we have to be calculated according to cathode, where reduction potential, where the reduction occur. So the whole process is all about in standard condition. Let's discuss more about standard condition actually, class. Standard condition is actually taken as a reference from the hydrogen electrode potential. Hydrogen electrode at some particular condition taken as a standard. Actually, it is occur as hydrogen gas with platinum electrode. Hydrogen gas with platinum electrode. Suppose we are having some solution where hydrogen gas is passing through the electrode Platinum electrode. This is platinum electrode plated with a platinum black as 5 particle of platinum. We are passing hydrogen gas to it. And here the solution is a 1 molarity solution. Solution is a 1 molarity solution. So at 1 bar pressure and 298 Kelvin temperature, the hydrogen gas will pass through the platinum electrode in a 1 molarity solution. The potential created, the potential observed of the cell is actually zero potential. Zero potential. Either hydrogen act as cathode or hydrogen act as anode. There will be a zero potential which is taken as a standard hydrogen electrode, and with the reference of this, we are actually going to measure all standard potential of different electrodes. Either zinc, copper, or any other electrodes. So whenever we are having a doubt regarding to the standard condition, we are actually going to compare the given electrodes with the standard electrode in any particular electrochemical cell. An electrochemical cell with reference of hydrogen, we can measure the electrode potential in standard condition of other electrode. For example, suppose we are having electrochemical cell in which there are two different halves. First, oxidation half. The second is reduction half, and which is connected by resistance and galvanometer. There is a charge wheels which actually complete the internal circuit. The molarity of the solution is suppose 1 molarity. The molarity of the solution is 1 molar solution, and we are taking a different electrode. Suppose one of them is hydrogen. This is a platinum electrode with hydrogen gas. So you can see the electrochemical cell having one of the electrode as hydrogen and other electrode, the desired electrode which is going to be measured here. So easily we can calculate the standard electrode potential of anode. How? With the help of the formula. The formula is the cell potential. The cell potential is actually always a difference of higher potential minus lower potential. The cell potential is always a difference of higher potential minus lower potential, and higher potential means the potential with a positive sign. The potential with a positive sign, that is actually cathode, and that's why the E cell in standard condition can be calculated by equal to E cathode minus E anode. E cathode minus E anode. E cathode, the value of E cathode will be 0 because there is a hydrogen electrode attached. So cathode value, the value of cathode will be 0. We want to calculate the value of anode. So whatever the potential of cell will observe, that will be the value equal to the anode potential with negative sign. So simply there will be one sentence on comparing with. See the concept now. On comparing with hydrogen. If other electrode act as anode, the sign will be negative. So all those electrodes having negative sign must be act as anode with compared to hydrogen electrode. So all those electrodes having negative sign in electrochemical series, they have to be placed below hydrogen and they may act as anode with compared to hydrogen electrode, and opposite will be true for when hydrogen act as anode. If any electrochemical cell where hydrogen electrode act as anode, so other electrode must have a positive value. The other electrode must have a positive value. So we can actually just going to compare. We are going to just compare the different electrodes given in standard condition. This is all about standard condition. This is all about standard condition. The temperature will be 298 Kelvin. The pressure will be 1 bar. The solution molarity will be 1 molar. And we just going to compare the different electrodes with the hydrogen electrode. And hydrogen electrode will tell us about what will be the sign convention and value of the other electrode which is connected to hydrogen in anode or in cathode. There will be only difference of the sign. Anode always act as negative, cathode always act as positive. So according to the sign convention, all those electrode potential with a positive sign can be placed above the hydrogen, and all those having a negative sign can place below the hydrogen. The hydrogen will be reference point. So simply, whenever electrode potential is given, the negative sign electrode potential generally act as anode. The positive electrode potential generally act as cathode. And for assumption, let's take one example of the same Danielson. Actually, the reduction potential, the standard reduction potential of the zinc is zinc plus 2 to zinc is 0.76 volt minus 0.76 volt, and for copper the value is plus 0.34 volt. So look at the sign convention. The standard reduction potential of copper electrode having positive sign, and that's why act as cathode, and zinc having a negative sign, that's why act as anode. And when we are going to calculate the E0 cell for this Daniell cell, the cathode minus anode, so cathode minus anode will give you the value of 1.1 volt value. 1.1 volt value. This value, 1.1 volt value, this value is for only Daniell cell. For this couple, only for this electrode couples, 1.1 volt value. Main confusion is during the calculation of the standard condition with the in Nernst equation. How to calculate the standard potential during Nernst, and how to use this standard value. How do we use this standard value to calculate the electrode potential of the cell at different conditions during Nernst equation? And for that, I'm going to reveal one of the more important things. Electrochemical series. The concept of electrochemical series is all about the concept of this electrochemistry chapter. Simply, if the all electrode potentials are given in reduction value, again remind it, if all the electrode potential value is given in reduction value, then the higher will be the value, more possibility of cathode. The lower will be value, more possibility of anode. First thing, higher value with cathode, lower value with anode. At cathode, there is reduction. At anode, there is oxidation. So substance is going for oxidation, termed as reducing agent. Substance going for reduction, termed as oxidizing agent. So simply we can tell higher reduction potential value will show oxidizing behavior. Sorry, will act oxidizing agent. Will show oxidizing agent. Lower reduction potential value act as reducing agent. So whenever we are having a value, we can just see the sign convention. We can just see the sign convention and just compare with which one is higher, which one is lower. The higher value will go for oxidizing agent behavior. Lower value act as reducing agent. For example, you can take some other example also. Suppose we are having a zinc. And the value of zinc is minus 0.76. This is the electrode potential value in the condition of reduction. So this is the value of zinc. And suppose we are having a value of that lithium. What is the value of lithium? I think 3 point something now. 3.04. 3 point something. I think 3.04. So suppose we are having a value of lithium and zinc. Let's compare it. You can see both are reduction potential value. Both are in negative sign. Mathematically, low negative means higher value. So this one is higher. This one is lower. Higher reduction potential value will act as cathode. Remember it. Higher reduction potential value act as cathode. At cathode, there is reduction. Reduction means the substance act as oxidizing agent. Okay, fine. So with the higher reduction potential value, cathode, reduction and oxidizing agent. And opposite for the next value. This is the lower reduction value. More negative is lower reduction value. So must be act as anode, must be having a oxidation. Substance act as reducing agent. This is all about the concept. Next, the thing is how to compare all these. If the concentration is different, and for that we are having a formula. This is the one of the most important formula we have in this chapter. Nernst-Steinmeier formula. And by using this formula, we can calculate the cell potential at any concentration. We are knowing E naught cell minus E naught cell equal to E naught cathode minus E naught anode. So by just putting the cathode and anode value, we can get the value of E naught cell. That can be utilized here to get the value of E cell. The N is the number of electrons involved in the process of redox. The process of redox, whatever the number of electrons involved, that is called N. And Q is the reaction quotient. In the terms of aqueous condition only. Here in electrochemical cell, no any solid, liquid or gaseous species involved in the chemical process, electrochemical process, because the electrons are the charge only can decide the flow of current. That's why during the writing of value of Q, we only take the ions, aqueous ions. And that will be aqueous ions in product upon aqueous ions in reactant, the quotient value. With this formula, we can calculate all the related things to each cell. The same formula can solve the delta G1 constant, which is actually energy cell. The Gibbs free energy can solve if we are having E cell. If we are having E cell, we can calculate the delta G value. We can calculate the delta G value. You can see here. This is all about how to calculate. The thing is, if we are knowing how to use E naught cell, if we are knowing how to utilize the value of N, how to get the value of N, if we are knowing how to write the value of Q, then only you can get the value of E cell. Many times students are actually making a mistake is writing the value of N only, not knowing how to write the value of Q. So that will make another problem for you. For any reaction, you can actually make a value. Look at the example. Look at the example. Just take any example. Suppose we are having a cadmium. We are having a cadmium and mercury. Cadmium, platinum. You can take any example. Anyone have any example? Anyone have any example related to this? Let's see aluminium. Let's see aluminium example. Aluminium with lead. Aluminium with lead. So, suppose we are having this equation. Aluminium with lead example. You can see through the reaction, the aluminium get oxidized and lead get reduced. The substance going for oxidation termed as reducing agent. So aluminium is reducing agent and Pb plus 2 is oxidizing agent. You can see the number of electron change. Number of electron change, that is minus 3 electron. And Pb plus 2 Pb plus 2 electron. There is a transfer of 3 electron from aluminium and accepted 2 electron by lead plus 2, but there is a difference in the number. So I told once, if there are different number of electrons involved in the redox process, you have to take LCM of that. You have to take LCM of that. So N will be 6. The value of N will be 6. The value of N will be 6. But you have to be balanced the reaction. Because without balancing, you cannot able to write the value of Q. How to balance? For balancing, there will be aluminium, 2 aluminium plus 3 electron, and lead plus 2 electron gives out lead. Just balance the number of electron. How to balance the number of electron? 3 into 2, 2 into 3. There will be 2. So multiply all the equation, the full of the equation by 2. There will be 2, and there will be 6. Multiply 3, 6, and 3. 6 electron is cancelled out. We are having 2 aluminium plus 3 and Pb plus 2 as 3. So value of Q will be. What will be the value of Q? The value of Q is aluminium plus 3 is in product. Pb plus 2 is in reactant. See the reaction. So aluminium plus 3 with square, Pb plus 2 with Q. This is the only thing that actually make a mistake many times. The students making the mistake because they are not knowing how to write exponents. So class, whenever you are going for a Nernst equation, just go through the reaction, split the reaction into 2 different parts, oxidation half, reduction half, manage the number of electron by multiplying the suitable number. then that will be value of n, and the coefficient, the stoichiometric coefficient will be the power during the writing of value of q. That will give you the exact value of E cell during the calculation, and the question is very important. The question based on Nernst equation is very important. You are knowing. Next thing is, we are entering in the electrolytic concept. This is all about electrochemical concept. This whole chapter is actually divided into two parts. The first half is about electrochemical cells and related concept. The second part is electrolytic cell and related concept, where we are actually going to learn, one by one different concept like Ohm's law, conductivity, resistivity, resistance, conductance, molar conductivity, equivalent conductivity, Faraday's law, Polarus law, limiting molar conductivity. But all these things cannot be summarized in within I think 10 minutes. So I'm going to conclude the lecture, today lecture here only, and we'll try to revise the same whole chapter in once more time. The next part of the chapter. Then we'll try to solve the numerical, because I'm not knowing how many of you are learn the full of the chapter with the all concepts. So we'll try to explain the things in the next lecture, the half of the portion. First, try to learn this half of the portion and try to solve some numericals based on Nernst equation, based on electrochemical series, based on standard potential, and then go for the Faraday's law concept. Okay, so let's try in the next lecture.